So this is day two. I'd like for you to get in touch again with that dream or a big dream that you did at the end of day one yesterday. I really feel the buzz and the energy of that before we begin today. You see, I want to get connected with an awesome intelligence that you have living inside of you. Is the power of your unconscious mind. Now, this power has a power to heal your body, heal you from physical harm, as well as healing your emotions from emotional or psychological shock. It has the capacity to make you succeed and healthy and strong and wealthy, happy, even wise. The problem about this part of your mind is truly amazing unconscious power. And the reason why more people don't live happy, healthy, successful lives all the time is that we have a gatekeeper. And this gatekeeper has a simple job. It is to prevent the use of all of that power to be used, if you like, too wildly. You see, we have a blueprint inside us, as you know, and that blueprint decides how our life is going to go. That blueprint has to be protected by the gatekeeper. It doesn't want to make those changes lightly. When the gatekeeper gets thrown offline, that's when changes get allowed to be made. Sometimes they're sneaking incrementally. Sometimes they sneak in just because there's ways of switching the gatekeeper off. But really, most of the time it's there and it's protecting you and it's doing a good job. Think about it. If someone told you, hey, go to the top of a really tall building and jump off, now if you really believe it, Dumbo, you'll fly. Well, how many of us will believe that? Hopefully, none of us. Why? Because it's dangerous and it's silly and it's not going to help us live very long. However, the very same mechanism that's protecting us from leaping off the tall building and killing ourselves, the gatekeeper, in other words, is the same mechanism that's going to reject other ideas automatically. For example, that you can build a machine that will let you fly. Think about it. Until the Wright brothers came along and the people in that period started playing around with man-powered flight, everyone thought it was ridiculous that man could fly on his own. Even hot air balloons had to be invented at some point, and someone had to be able to dream beyond what is possible. Submarines are the same thing. When people first came up with the idea of submarines, I believe Leonardo da Vinci came up with the design. People thought he was mad, it would never work. And yet, here we are living in a society in which people's dreams, those madnesses from before, have become a reality. We know it wasn't madness. All it was a gatekeeper deciding this is how the world works, this is how it'll stay. That's why there's so much resistance to the idea moving from the world is flat back to the idea that the world is round. It's not that these people were stupid. It's that they had a gatekeeper, and the gatekeeper was refusing to allow new information in. So one of our roles is to activate the awesome power of your unconscious mind is to find a way to silence the gatekeeper. To silence him at a time when you have the absolute intention to make a positive change in your life. You don't want to be silencing him willy-nilly, because otherwise you'll end up watching the news, see some horror story, and you end up thinking the world is that horrible place and you're all going to die. That's a terrible thing to do. So the gatekeeper has a function to play. It's a very valuable function. And it's also valuable to know when to put him to rest, when to silence him, to say, at this point, you shut up. I'm going to do my work. I'm going to change the blueprint and we'll have a better life. Then you get to guard the new blueprint because now it's going to be something really worth defending, something really worth protecting. The way to do this is basically the power self-hypnosis method. That's what the system is all about. What we're going to do is find a way to thoroughly impress upon the unconscious mind an idea so thoroughly that the idea changes the blueprint. And from that point onwards, the unconscious uses all its vast operating powers, all its unconscious attention to make that reality. Now, if that reality is a new, trim, healthy, happy you, great. If that reality is you full of success, flushed with life and abundance, great. If that reality is you being healthier and wiser and more spiritually attuned, fantastic. But you get to choose what that reality is. You get to make the choice and then find a way of impressing that idea upon your unconscious mind and release the floodgates so that it makes it work naturally, effortlessly, and effectively for you. Now, of course, we need to bypass the gatekeeper to do this. And that's what today's session is going to be all about. We're going to focus exclusively on creating a window of opportunity, opening a window inside the mind in which the silenced gatekeeper cannot interfere, and you get to impress anything you want on your unconscious. In later sessions, as the week goes by, we'll show you how to use that window of opportunity. For now, let's get that really vital job done. Now, in order to unleash this amazing power that we have inside ourselves, we're going to use or need certain conditions to be met. I like to think of this as reset. Reset stands for R is the receptive mind. The S in reset stands for silencing the gatekeeper. And the T is for having tools to make that impression and change a blueprint. Reset, R for receptive mind, S, silence the gatekeeper, T, use your tools to change the blueprint at the unconscious level. In time, you will have everything you need. Now, what I want to make an emphasis here is, whilst I'll be teaching you a sequence, a step-by-step process for the Power of Self-Hypnosis method, the magic is not necessarily in the method. The magic is in you. Just like you only have one mind, it's you. It's always been you. It's just that it has conscious aspects and unconscious aspects. In the same way, this method is just going to activate a natural mechanism. This is called the power of intention. Think about it. In the past, at moments of importance in your life, you have just made a choice. You decided this no more, or this is the way I'm going to be, or this is what's going to happen in my life. And magically, that's exactly what happened. Your intention had the force like a laser or bullet went right past the guardian, straight into the unconscious, and it made stuff happen for you. That's because you already had reset happening spontaneously. Your mind was receptive, the guardian was silenced, and you had the tool powered by that intention to get the change done. What we're going to be looking at to do here is an artificial mechanism to trigger that natural process so that you have control of it, so that you don't have to wait for inspiration to strike you. You get to do it when and wherever you want to. So I'm going to show you how to use the Power Self-Hypnosis method in a very short moment's time. But I want you to really promise me that you won't get so bogged down in the method and the tools and the technicality of it to understand that this is really you we're talking about. There will be a point in time will come when you'll have practiced this method enough that you will never need it anymore. All you have to do is intend something and it'll happen. At that point, I guess, you'll have true willpower because your intention will be coupled with a window opening up inside your mind, which will allow that intention to go straight through to the unconscious, rewrite the blueprint, and you get your heart's desire. Reset is the key. With a receptive mind, silence that gatekeeper, and use your tool, your intention, to create the change that you want. How are we going to do this? Well, this is the big secret. State. What do we mean by state? Well, something called the access state principle. In regular psychology, this is called state-dependent learning or state-dependent behavior. Roughly put, it basically means that whatever state that you're in, whatever mood you happen to be in, when you learn something new, that information gets encoded by that mood. Think of your mind like a house full of rooms. Each room is a mood. You have your happy room, your sad room, your angry room, your frustrated room, your so-so room, and so on. Whenever you're happy, whatever experiences you have, all your happy memories get put into that room. So when you walk into your happy room, well, of course, you can remember all those things easily because you're there now. And all the things in the sad room, which are all the way at the other end of the house, are very difficult for you to remember. Or if you recall them, they're kind of vague and distant, like seen through, 15 windows or something. The reverse is also true. We've all had times when we're a little bit down in the dumps. That means we're inside the sad room. Whilst we're in the sad room, we get to remember all the things that make us sad. And we do a pretty good job of it. In fact, we get to remember all the things we messed up in our lives to prove to us just how sad we really should be. Now, if anyone should have the gumption to try and get you to remember all the good, happy memories, what happens? You reject them out of your hand. The gatekeeper protects you, keeps you in the sad room, and only lets you remember those unpleasant memories. Another point that happens is if that other memory, the happy memory, is strong enough, it'll yank you out of the sad room, drag you right back into the happy room, and what happens? You cheer up. It's the natural process. So either the memory is strong enough to yank you out of one room into the other, or it has no power over you. Now, how are we going to use this in order to create reset inside our own minds so you can actually reset the blueprint? Well, it's very simple. We're going to craft a state. We're going to create a certain room inside the mind in which the gatekeeper has no place. We're going to create a room inside the mind in which the gatekeeper, his natural function is to be asleep, snoring away happily whilst you do the work that you want to do. And that way, when you find it's time to reset some part of your unconscious blueprint, you just walk through your house, open the door into this special room, the guardian just falls right asleep. You do your work, you walk out, he wakes up, and as far as he's concerned, nothing's changed. He's now protecting the new blueprint with as much vigor as he used to protect the old one with. The state is also key for creating that receptive mind. It creates a receptive mind, which is the window of opportunity. It puts the guard to sleep to stop anything preventing you from doing what you want to do. And it creates the perfect conditions for your intention, the toolkit that we're going to show you in later on in the week to actually have its effect. Now, in a moment, I'm going to guide you through a process that's going to awaken the power of self hypnosis inside you. In other words, I'm going to guide you through a process that's going to show you how to build that room inside your mind. Actually, technically speaking, I'm not going to show you how to build it. I want how to show you how to find it because it's already there. Now, because this process is hypnotic, I want to give you what's called the hypnotic warning. Basically, you're going to need all your attention to go inside. So if you're driving a car or opening any kind of machinery, do not listen to the recording until you're ready to stop what you're doing. Pull the car over, park the car, turn the engine off, then you can listen to it and have a great time. If you're operating a machine, turn it off, put it away, sit down somewhere comfortably, relax yourself, and then listen to the recording. Why? Because whether you like it or not, a lot of the elements in the recording are going to draw your mind into the hypnotic awakening process, awakening the power of self-hypnosis inside of you. So I really don't want you to take the risk that you have any kind of accident with machinery. Stop the machinery and listen to the next track only when you're ready to dedicate your full attention to do that now. Okay, make yourself comfortable. It's preferable that you use a sitting position for the moment, although as you get more experience, you may want to start lying down as well. It's entirely up to you. For a moment, find a comfortable position for you to sit in. As you find a comfortable position, I want you to realize that you're about to activate the power of self-hypnosis in your life. You're about to activate an ability that's going to make an immense difference for the rest of your life. You're about to awaken an ability that's going to make such a difference in your life, in the way you feel, in the way you do things, in the good things that come to you. So I want you to really focus your attention and allow these things to happen. Now, the beauty of this is, as long as you sit there comfortably and listen, your conscious mind doesn't have to do a single thing. Your unconscious mind will do it all. You just get to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. If from time to time you find your conscious attention tuning in and out, that's just fine. All I require is that you give me enough attention at the beginning part of the process to set the scene, and then you can allow your unconscious mind to take over in any way that you wish to. To set the scene, the simplest thing for you to do is just take a deep breath in, breathe out, relax, and allow your mind to just calm down. Because when you begin to calm down, your mind begins to open up. Abilities exist within calmness that allow you to activate an immense power, an immense force for good that lies sleeping dormant inside. Now, one way to help your mind calm and clear even more effectively is to find something to focus your attention on. Allow your eyes to rest on some object out in front of you, the corner of a TV, the wall, a picture, some specific object. And you'll notice that when your mind can look at it peacefully, your eyes simply stop moving. Just look at that object without any need to do anything with it. As soon as you find that peaceful resting of the eyes, go ahead and just close your eyes. Now allow your attention to focus inside. And already something's beginning to happen. In order to allow your unconscious to really begin to accelerate the power of self-hypnosis growing inside your life, I'd like you to simply focus your attention on your right arm. Get in touch with your right arm and notice what it feels like, and become curious of what that arm would feel like if it was heavy, loose, limp and relaxed. That right arm, heavy, loose, limp and relaxed. What would it feel like to have that arm so relaxed it could rest there and feel totally comfortable? Pay attention to the right arm. Allow the right arm to grow comfortable, loose, limp and relaxed. Right arm relaxed. It's like having a heavy day at work, lifting things, moving things. Your muscles get tired. When you finally get to sit down and relax, what a relief to just let go, and feel that relaxation. That relaxation can begin in the arm. That comfort can drift across, up the arm, through the shoulders into the body, and you can find your attention wandering, drifting with that sense of comfort. And it's important that you realize that your conscious mind will be doing nothing of importance now. It all is your unconscious now. This whole experience belongs to you, and your unconscious is creating it for you to learn and awaken the power of self-hypnosis in your life. And so you can enjoy the drifting calm on your body as that right arm becomes loose, limp and relaxed. Loose, limp and relaxed. And you can enjoy the process of drifting even deeper into that comfort, and trust your unconscious will take you where you need to go. As one thing's for sure, your conscious intellect doesn't know where that is yet. Your conscious intellect really doesn't know where to go yet, but it will. It will learn as your unconscious mind educates you on how to find a room inside in which the power of self-hypnosis awaits you for you. Now, because your conscious mind really won't be doing anything of importance, you might as well do something pleasant. Allow a pleasant scene to come to mind, for example. Something to do with nature. Every night you have dreams, and those dreams can be vivid or hazy. Sometimes you don't even realize you're dreaming. And yet they're always there. A gift from the unconscious. And you can dream in the night time, and you can dream in the daytime. daydreams can be so pleasant, and you can be pleasantly absorbed in one, something to do with nature. And what would you experience? Bushes, rocks, trees, maybe some water, temperature, some kind of light. And because this is your dream, and I really don't know if the light comes from nighttime, daytime, some calming scene, very pleasant for you to contemplate. And you can explore it. You can explore it and take great pleasure in knowing that your unconscious mind is taking care of the rest for you. Any experience you want. In hypnosis, you can have any experience you want, any experience you choose. Your unconscious mind can make it happen, make it real and powerful. And it's always safe in here. Any experience you want, and it's totally safe to have it. You can confront any challenging situation and do so safely. You can experiment with a conflict and find out just how to solve it properly. One famous scientist, Nikola Tesla, would build machines in this place. And they're so accurate. Invariably, when the machine worked in his mind, he could wake up and build the machine in his workshop. And it would work perfectly, straight away. Your mind has a marvelous capacity for building experiences and doing so safely. And it's easy and natural to use the power of self-hypnosis in your life. You can have any experience you want. Make it totally safe. Then it's easy and natural. Every good athlete knows that before attempting some difficult maneuver, they should really rehearse it, and rehearse it inside their minds first, so they can get it right. No need to make a costly mistake. Only have the power of the mind waiting to be used. And it's natural. As natural as sleeping midnight. As natural as dreaming. And your unconscious mind is terribly wise. It collects all your experiences, understandings, learnings, everything you know. Your unconscious mind knows better, deeper. It understands consequences. And your conscious intellect really can't grasp yet. It's an amazing power. And you can trust that it's protected you in the past. I will look after you in the future. You're safe and trust in the amazing power of your mind. Gentlemen I know went to the dentist, have some major surgery. He said I don't want any drugs. I'm going to use the power of self-hypnosis. And I'll feel no pain. I'll be comfortable and relaxed. And that's exactly what he did. He sat in that chair. Inside his mind, he allowed a dream to come. A dream of a pleasant scene. And he really enjoyed that scene. Somewhere out in nature. And could smell it, feel it, see it, hear it. I really enjoyed that scene. A walk in the park can be just as pleasant inside the mind. Then you can walk around the park and meet people, see the flowers, enjoy nature. In time, the dentist called them back, and then they said, "Are you ready to start yet?" And the dentist said, "What do you mean start? I'm already finished." And I want you to know, there was almost no bleeding, very unusual, in a procedure of this kind. But it's not unusual when you have the power of self-hypnosis on your side. And trust your unconscious, as the power of self-hypnosis is on your side. And you don't need to do anything of importance. Your unconscious mind will get it. It's always understood. And the chips were down. He was there to protect you, look after you. And the unconscious mind can make any change you want. You can learn anything you wish, anything that's reasonable, and you can do so easily. A young man I know stepped into the examination room for his law finals. A tough exam, and yet he was brimming with confidence. Everyone thought he was mad. You see, he'd only started revising 3 days before the examination. Everyone thought he would fail, and he was brimming with confidence. When he knew, they'd spent 1 month, 30 days, preparing himself. Well, power of self-hypnosis really didn't take long. 30 days. Every single day, his revision will reactivate the power of self-hypnosis. And then he would learn. Inside his mind, he'd retake the exam. And he'd succeed. Found he knew all the answers. By the time he entered the examination room, he already practiced it 60 times, twice a day. If you'd taken the same exam 60 times, it'd be easier for you too, would it not? It's the power of your unconscious. You can learn anything you wish, make changes and grow as a person. Has a blueprint inside, and you get to change it. Shape yourself and become anyone you want to. And in dream, you can dream of any person, dead or alive. real or fictional. You can meet that person in the dream, and you can do it in a dream. You can do it in self-hypnosis. Meet anyone you wish. Learn from them. Even become them for a while. Absorbing only the attitudes, attributes, skills, and abilities that you wish, and leave the rest behind. You change and grow as a person, and do so easily, naturally, with the power of self-hypnosis on your side. Means you can be happy and succeed at anything you wish. You can call on immense hidden abilities, talents that are hidden to most people, except in big emergencies. You can know what to do where you need to do it. You can feel the way you need to feel, and you can be where you need to be, because your unconscious mind stores all your wisdom. You can do these things wisely and respond. Your unconscious mind heals you physically, heals you mentally, brings balance into your life, true balance. Not the kind of balance that comes from avoiding those situations from which you could grow, but a kind of balance that comes from mastering them. You're now mastering self-hypnosis, the power of self-hypnosis, and at your command. All those hidden abilities, things you only scraped the surface of in the past, are coming to be under your influence, are there, ready to support you when you need them, when you want them. The power of self-hypnosis is a tremendous force for good in your life, and you'll find it easy to master it. It's already awakening inside of you, preparing, changing, things opening up, and you really don't know what they are yet. Your conscious mind will really be the last to know, but you'll know it's working because you feel good. As the days turn into weeks, weeks into months, months into years, you start feeling better, stronger, happier, healthier, more vibrant, so full of life because of the power that self-hypnosis has unleashed in life for you. And no one gets to enjoy these things as fully as you. Allow for you to experience that now. A tremendous, profound sense of peace and inner knowing. Things are happening. The power is coming. The power is here. And you might not realize it yet. And because it feels so good, to use the power of self-hypnosis. And be sure, now you'll start looking forward to your next opportunity to practice it, to feel the power of self-hypnosis in your own life. You can look forward to it and enjoy it. And where that pleasant dream go to? And how pleasantly can your mind drift, forgetting things, like forgetting a dream. Everyone's had the experience of how natural it is to wake in the morning and forget what you've been dreaming about. Sometimes it happens gradually, piece by piece, and eventually it goes. Other times, it's virtually instantaneous. You open your eyes, and the dream is gone. In a moment, there'll be time for you to open your eyes and awaken to a new life, a life in which the power of self-hypnosis manifests itself as a force for good for you, to bring anything you wish into it, make you feel great and succeed because you deserve it. And when you have the power of self-hypnosis in your life, improving your life, you also improve the lives of all those around you, because their unconscious mind get to learn from you, get to pick it up just by observing you, who you are, how you are. It's a tremendous gift that you carry. And isn't it good to know that the better you can make your life, the more you enhance the lives of those around you, because they'll get to learn unconsciously. They'll absorb it by osmosis just by hanging around you. Their lives can be just as good, just as positive. They'll have learned the power of reset without even knowing they've done it. Just like you learn how to shake your head no and nod your head yes by observing others. So I'd like to have you return now. The simplest way for you to return is to count yourself up from 1 to 5. The count of 5, you can open your eyes feeling refreshed, relaxed, alert, simply fantastic, ready to face a bright new future, ready to enjoy a vibrant new excitement and enthusiasm that wells up deeply from the inside. So, as he's ready to do that, remembering to bring back with you the power of self-hypnosis, whether you know how to do that or not consciously, is totally irrelevant, because your conscious mind has done its task. It's all about the unconscious now. So, as I count from 1 to 5, count along with me. Bring yourself back out to the outside world. 1, coming up slowly. 2, feeling yourself revitalized, refreshed, relaxed. 3, getting more and more alert, beginning to start moving your body. 4, allowing your arms and your legs start moving a little bit, stretching out. 5, open your eyes, feeling refreshed, relaxed, alert. Simply fantastic. Congratulations on having completed this hypnotic adventure. You have done a profound thing right now. You have awakened the power of self-hypnosis for you in your life. The more you listen to this recording, the easier it becomes, the more natural it becomes to you, and the more it's going to be there for you when you really need it. So, when you've come back and refreshed yourself fully, then just continue on to the next track. Welcome back again. Now, it's all very well for me to guide you through that process and awaken the power of self-hypnosis. The next step is for you to acquire the skill for yourself so that you can access that state, that place at will, wherever you want to, whenever you need to. So when you change at will. Now, this doesn't take long, and we'll actually take you through the same process very quickly a few times to get you used to it. And it really takes no more than 5 minutes. If you want to stretch it out for a long time, 10 minutes, maybe 15 maximum, that's all that you requires. I'd like you to practice at least twice a day, morning and evening, first in the morning when you wake up, lasting in the evening before you go to sleep. A really nice way to do this is to listen to one of the inductions, perhaps the awakening induction that we just experienced in the mornings before you actually start your day. It's a great way to get your day rolling before you start thinking about things. Then, in the evenings before you go to sleep, go ahead and do this induction on your own. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. The secret to using the power of self-hypnosis for yourself when you want to is contained in the words TAC and CAVE. TAC is a little acronym to remind you of the 4 phases you have to work through: trance, attitudes, the cave cycle, and know it is all working out. Basically, trance is all about attentional focus, fixing your attention on something. In the previous example, you fix your attention on a point outside yourself and close your eyes. Trance is also about creating a quiet, calm, receptive mind. There are many other ways to create trances which will work just as effectively, but this one is the easiest and most consistent, most reliable one, and the one that you can trigger anytime you want to. It's also pretty healthy for you. Finally, trance is about feeling good and relaxing. Again, feeling good and relaxing is one of the gateways that allows you to silence the critical factor, to silence this gatekeeper, but at the same time, it's very healthy for you as well. So trance, the T part of the TAC equation, is about creating an attentional focus, quieting your mind, creating a receptive mind, feeling good and relaxing. We'll show you exactly how to do that in a moment. Next is the attitude. It's the mindset you take into the thing. So the A of TAC stands for attitude. Basically, the attitude is twofold. Number one, easy does it. Remember, we're trusting the tortoise, not the hare. The hare brain is going to run around the place and jump off walls and do all kinds of crazy stuff. And in the end, it's not going to get you to the place you want to go as consistently, as quickly, and as solidly as a tortoise will. Which means easy does it. Don't be in a hurry. In fact, the general adage, more haste, less speed, is so true of self-hypnosis. Take your time, allow the suggestions to sink in, allow the process to really take over, and you will get the result you want, which means you get to trust your unconscious. So the attitude is easy does it, and trust your unconscious. It's a tremendous force for good in your life. It's protected you in the past, it's looked after you, and it will go right on doing so. Next we come to the C part of the TAC formula. C stands for the cave cycle. Cave is really what you'll be doing in self-hypnosis to get the results that you want. And I'll look a little bit more detail at that in a moment. Finally, on the way back out, we've got the K, which is know. Know it's all working out. Know that you have a bright future waiting ahead of you. Know that your unconscious mind is on the job and you don't have to worry about it. Just get on with living your life and enjoying it. So that's TAC. That's the phases you want to keep inside your mind. Trance, which is get your attention focused, quiet your mind, feel good and relax. Your attitude is easy does it, just trust your unconscious mind to take you where you need to go. The cave cycle, which we'll look at in a moment. And finally, just know it's all working out. We come back brimming with confidence, bring that back with you, knowing a bright new future is ahead of you. So what's this cave cycle I've been talking about? Well, cave is what you're really going to be doing to create the changes inside. Because it's not enough that you just create a self-hypnotic experience. That's just a meditation. You want to actually use it, focusing your energy, focusing your attention to get a result. So that's basically stands for, K stands for convincer, affirm, visualize, and drift. So the convincer is basically a process you're going to use in order to actually show you that you're at the right level of mind. You see, a lot of people start wondering, am I doing this right? Am I in self-hypnosis yet? Am I there? The convincer is your way of measuring, yep, the door is wide open now. If the convincer hasn't been triggered yet, well, then you carry on until it has triggered. Then the door's open, you get to carry on doing what you want to do. Now, does it mean you can't do self-hypnosis without the convincer? No. You can do self-hypnosis with or without a convincer, no problem at all. What the convincer is there for you is for you to know that your mind is in the perfect state to get the actual results. The A and V of CAVE stands for affirm and visualize. Now, you can do these two things at the same time. An affirmation is a very simple statement, an instruction for the unconscious like, fix this problem. A visualization is basically a mental picture that you can make in order to create an experience. We'll talk more about those on day 4. For a moment, just think about CAVE being convincer, affirm, visualize. Finally, the E part of CAVE is drift. Huh? Drift? I mean, you're saying that, but that's an E, not a D. Well, where I say drift, the E of cave cycle is basically the ebb and flow. the effortless and easy, natural way you let yourself flow with the experience. It's allowing your mind to be empty enough to allow any experience that arises to arise and to be okay with it. So the E of the cave cycle is just go with the ebb and flow. Be effortless. Let it be easy and natural. Empty your mind. In other words, let your mind drift. Together between tack and cave, that's the whole self-hypnotic process. It's ready and waiting for you. Now, on the next track, I'm going to actually guide you through the full self-hypnosis process. It'll take 5, 6, 7 minutes maximum, and you get a full experience of that. Then I'm going to show you how to do it by guiding you just through the highlights, and finally you'll get a chance to do it all by yourself. So remember, this is all a hypnotic experience. So before we listen to the next track, make sure that you stop driving a car, stop operating your machinery, so you can put full attention on this hypnotic process. Never listen to any hypnotic induction until you are totally comfortable in a safe place where there's no machinery and nothing that requires your outside attention. As soon as you're ready to do that, then carry on to the next recording where I'm going to take you through your very own self-hypnotic process to activate the power of self-hypnosis in your life. Okay, find a comfort position. Step 1 is take a deep breath, breathe out, relax, and clear your mind. That bit's easy. Now go ahead and look at your right arm. Focus your attention on your right arm and connect with it. When you get a sense that you connected your right arm, in other words, you can feel it, you can sense it, just close your eyes. So far, so good. This is easy to do, is it not? The next thing is just to focus on what it feels like for your right arm to be relaxing. Tell your right arm to relax. Tell yourself, my right arm is relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. If it helps, tell yourself that your right arm is feeling loose, limp, so heavy. And then notice what happens to that right arm. You're not looking for an immediate response, just looking for any variation, any change beginning to happen. That right arm feeling heavy, loose, limp, and relaxed. Relaxing, relaxing. That right arm relaxing, loose, limp, and oh, that's right. It's so good to relax that right arm. That right arm loose, limp, and relaxed. Feeling heavy, feeling comfortable, loose, limp, and relaxed. This is your convincer. As soon as you have your arm beginning to get loose, limp, and relaxed, comfortably heavy, comfortably relaxed, you know that it's time to move on to the A stage, affirmations and visualizations. For the moment, just allow any pleasant scene to come to your mind, any relaxing scene, any calming scene, and know you're mastering the power of self-hypnosis in your life. Tell yourself, I am mastering the power of self-hypnosis in your life. But don't let your thoughts disturb anything you're doing. They just drift as comfortably and quietly as the rest of you. Just allow those thoughts to exist. I am mastering the power of self-hypnosis in my life. Allow it to resonate like a pedal on a pond and let it go. I am mastering the power of self-hypnosis in my life and realize what it means. Just let it go. I am mastering the power of self-hypnosis in my life and let it go. In fact, let yourself go and drift. Drift. And let your unconscious mind pleasantly guide your experience for a while. As you trust your unconscious, you develop the amazing powers that are lying dormant inside of you. You have keys that'll awaken the power inside of you anytime you need to. Practicing self-hypnosis makes you feel good, which means you get to look forward to practicing it again and again, at least twice a day. Practicing self-hypnosis is easy, natural, and feels terrific, and awakens the power of self-hypnosis for you. So just find a time every day to use the power of self-hypnosis for yourself. Just go into hypnosis and out, in and out, quickly and easily. Each time that you use this method to go into self-hypnosis, you'll find it easier. You'll go deeper more quickly, more profoundly, because you're learning. The mind is creating the neurological connections to open you to the power of self-hypnosis. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. And it's fun to practice. It's enjoyable. You really get to look forward to it. It's easier and more fun than watching TV. Like having a wonderful massage. You don't have to do anything. Let your unconscious do the work. Now, remind yourself that you're feeling calm, peaceful, and happy. And that can be as simple as telling yourself, now I feel calm, peaceful, and happy. And you have a bright new future. So look forward to it. Look forward to a bright new future and know, really know, that good things are coming your way. Because you have the power of self-hypnosis in your life now. When you're ready, count along with me from 1 to 5. The count of 5, open your eyes, feeling refreshed, relaxed, alert, simply fantastic, knowing that something powerful has happened for you. 1, bring yourself back slowly. 2, more and more alert. 3, feeling yourself shifting back, orienting to the outside world. 4, allowing your hands and legs begin stretching out. 5, open your eyes, feeling refreshed, relaxed, alert, simply fantastic. Go ahead and look around the room. Look at your life with fresh new eyes, vibrant eyes, eyes empowered by the tremendous forces that you've just activated inside yourself. Welcome back. How are you feeling? By now, you should be feeling pretty fantastic. You've had 2 wonderful hypnotic experiences, the second of which you've begun to take control of the process in. In a moment, I'm going to guide you through this whole process one more time, but only this time, I'm only going to point out the highlights, the milestones that you want to reach, and I'll let you do the rest, which means you're going to hear a lot of silences in what's going on. Those silences are times for you to really fulfill each step of the process. Now, if you need a little bit more time, then simply just stop the recording and follow through a 7 steps on your own. Guide yourself through it. The more you can take responsibility for yourself, the quicker and easier you'll have the power of self-hypnosis in your life. So as soon as you're ready to do that, just go straight ahead to the next track where I'll guide you through the highlights of the whole process. It'll only take a few minutes so you can get the whole self-hypnosis method ingrained into your own mind so you can access it at will. Okay, step 1, find a comfortable position to rest in. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just relax and clear your mind. Step 2, look down over there at your right arm and get a sense of connection with it. When you connect to it, you sense the right arm. Just close your eyes. Step 3, tell your right arm to relax. Tell yourself that your right arm is relaxing. The simplest way to do it is say, my right arm is relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. Use a cool, soothing, calm tone of voice. Go ahead and do that now. Next, just allow yourself to spread that relaxation, that comfortable glow to the rest of your body. If it helps, allow a pleasant scene to come to mind. Feel your body comfortable, relaxing, and allow a pleasant scene to come to mind. Very good. Next step, step number 5, is to use the cave process. So go ahead and tell yourself, I am mastering the power of self-hypnosis in my life. Allow that to just gently, smoothly ease into your mind. I am mastering the power of self hypnosis in my life and really get a sense of what that means. Go ahead and do that now. Now let yourself drift. Don't think of anything or focus on anything. Let your unconscious mind take you where it will. Just drift and enjoy. Very good. Now, finally, tell yourself that you're feeling calm, peaceful, and happy. You have an amazing future awaiting you. Calm, peaceful, and happy, and an amazing future is awaiting you. This is just a nice way to finish this process. As soon as you're ready, just count yourself from 1 to 5. Remind yourself at the count of 3 that your body can start stretching and feeling more in tune with the outside, while the count of 5, open your eyes, feeling refreshed, relaxed, alert. Simply fantastic. When you've done that, just join me on the next track. Congratulations. You've just taken yourself through a self-hypnosis procedure all by yourself. All I did was point out the guiding steps along the way. Now, as soon as we finish this track, I'd like for you to do the whole thing again on your own. There's a very simple sequence that you can follow. Step 1, make yourself comfortable, take a deep breath, breathe out, clear your mind. That's just setting the scene. Step 2 is get in touch with your arm. When you get a sense of where your arm is, how it feels like, etc., then just close your eyes. Step 3 is tell your arm is relaxing. Tell yourself that your arm is relaxing, or just say to your arm, relax, relax, feel loose, limp, comfortable. Use a calm, soothing tone of voice. Step 4, when you can feel your arm changing, perhaps it feels lighter or heavier, perhaps it feels a buzz or a glow, perhaps it just feels a deep sense of comfort and rests just wonderfully comfortably there. Then allow that sense of comfort to spread into the rest of your body and contemplate some pleasant scene. It really doesn't matter what it is, as long as it helps you to relax even more. The next step is to just remind yourself that you are mastering the power of self-hypnosis. Later on in this program, I'll show you other things you can do with it. But for now, seeing as you're learning self-hypnosis, you may as well use it to help you learn it quicker and more easily, would you not? Once you've told yourself, maybe 5 or 6 times, that you're mastering the power of self-hypnosis, simply allow your mind to drift. That's the pleasant part of the experience, the mind massage. At this point, the unconscious mind is basically acting out on the message that you've given it. Finally, give yourself one last set of suggestions that you're calm, feeling peaceful and happy. It's a great way to live your life. And then remind yourself that the future is always better than the present. So no matter how good today is, tomorrow is going to be even better than before. Then just count from 1 to 5. With each count between 1 and 5, I feel yourself becoming more alert, more refreshed, more revitalized. At the count of 3, begin to get a sense of your body start moving around a little bit. At count of 4, you can start stretching it a bit. Count of 5, open your eyes, feeling refreshed, relaxed, alert. Simply fantastic. Those are the steps. They're really simple. They're really easy to follow. Go ahead and listen to this track again if you need to kind of get them inside your mind, or listen to the previous track to guide you through it until you're ready to do it all by yourself. It's simple, it's quick, it's effective. It'll take you 3 to 5 minutes to do, and just do it a few times, get used to it. Then practice it every day. For the next 21 days, what I'm going to ask you to do is every morning when you wake up, is listen to the awakening of the power of self-hypnosis induction that we did earlier on in this session, the long 20-30 minute version. Then immediately afterwards, when you come back out of the whole hypnotic process and have this flow coming through, then do your self-hypnosis exercise. Take no more than 3 or 4 minutes. It takes no time at all. But having done it yourself is the best way of really getting the power for yourself. Listening to that induction at least once a day, but no more than twice. You can do these little mini hypnosis exercises for yourself as often as you wish, provided they're no longer than 3 to 5 minutes, just to get the hang of it. and you'll only be doing it through the course of the next 7 days, so you get the use of the actual process. Once the 7 days are over, you get to choose whatever you want to change in your life, and you'll know how to do that.